So at these events, of course, you have all these composers coming. And why do you think it's so important that these people come? And why do you think networking in real life is important?
Buma Music Emotion is all about facilitating network moments. So it's funny that you're asking because I wrote something down about this. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Official statement.
Official statement, yeah. I just wrote it down this morning. I thought, I really have to say this to you, why it's so important. So I wrote down, when it comes to bonding with the industry peers and making valuable connections, networking is really important. That like-minded people are all together in a casual environment. That's what we do as Buma Music Emotion. And if your goal is to meet clients in the creative industry, then you should most certainly attend networking events. And it sounds like a promo talk, by the way. But anyway,
that's all right. We can use that.
And why? Because these events allow you to get to know professionals, music supervisors, creators from the film, advertising, game industry in a social setting that facilitates relationship building. And relationship building is key, of course. What we also do as Buma Music Emotion, we organize masterclasses and workshops. That's not really your question, but when attending those, you will get the opportunity to learn about something new. It can be super beneficial for you. Also, you will stay up to date with the latest trends. You'll hear about areas in which others have been focusing on. So, for example, you are working in you create music for like a museum, but there is someone who creates music for theater. So it's interesting to talk to those people and see, hey, maybe that's an interesting area for me as well. So it will help trigger fresh ideas, visions, and provide a sense of inspiration. And also, I wrote down, spending time in the studio can sometimes get to be a bit too much for the soul. So attending one of the networking events, whatever event it is, it means breaking away from your usual day a bit. And so inspiration fuels creativity. That's what I
think that that definitely covers the load. It's
and I wanted to say that by head, but it's on my
but it's fine. It's now I understand that you wrote that down because it's also kind of like a mission of Buma Music Emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's almost like a mission statement that I just asked why networking is important.
Yeah, and the whole mission statement of Buma Music Emotion, of course, I know by head. I can tell everyone what Buma Music Emotion does, but I didn't add why it's so important to go to network events. So that's why I had to write it down, because I thought maybe he's going to ask something about that. So let's write it down. And you did, but I'm going to add it to my pitch. If anyone asks what does Buma Music Emotion, why it's so important.
Maybe to add to it, I have been to many of these events, a lot of things in the game industry and mostly North America and Europe, a bit of Scandinavia. But most of the time, it's not really about the business.
No, it's building a relationship.
I'm just asking people. I'm generally interested in what these people do, and the only thing what I really like about these events is you already know that you have similar interests, and you kind of want the same things. So that's really nice. And most people that are there, or there's some composers coming to me, I already presume that they're good.
Yeah. Because why do you assume that?
The thing is, like, I probably, if I talk to somebody, I want to have an impression. And if it's very only businessy, it's just like, I have this service, I can do this for you, and I'm really good at that. And of course, I've heard that a lot. And if I would sell that myself to somebody else like that, then they have heard that a lot. So what makes you stand out, I always say to people, and that's mostly very heart-to-heart, meaningful conversation about your genuine interests.
But does it work with Americans as well, because they are so trained to pitch what solution they have for you?
If it's more arrogant, of course, that you say, "Oh, somebody's like, pitch it to me, 30 seconds." That's the moment that you have. Okay, sure. Then you need to really pick your battle. I almost see it as a psychology. So you need to really pick your battle, see who your chess player is in front of you. If it's somebody's like, oh, okay, we are having a drink here, we are on this, then probably it's way more casual. If it's like that one hit moment in time and you see that somebody doesn't have the time, then probably you have to be very Dutch about it and be straight. So, but then again, I think the same philosophy counts in stand out to some extent. It's like, oh, I make music, I am super good, I can make great stuff, and I know how to use my DAW. I don't think that stands out. So some way, do something strange, something where they, hey, that was funny, or hey, that was different. That kind of is still part of my brain. And especially at network events, because everybody is meeting a lot of people. So what do you think? You don't have to do something extremely weird. I did though. Sometimes I did one weird breakdance move at an event, and people are like, "Oh, you're that breakdance kid." It's like, I'm not sure if you want to be identified with that all the time.
No, okay, but,
but sure, no, yeah, you're saying it right. So if it's depending on culture as well, who do you speak to? You need to judge fast. Hey there, I appreciate you watching the video. If you like this one, check out this video or that video. And if you want to support the channel, make sure to click on top of my head on the logo and subscribe to the channel.